it's not like it used to be.
In 1914, the battle to subdue the hill country of the North Island had barely begun. Yet in that very same year, the men who were struggling against nature on the bush frontier pulled out. Towns like Hunterville gave up many of their most able-bodied young men. For on the 4th of August 1914, war of a totally different kind had been declared in Europe. And almost every community in New Zealand poured its manpower into that new conflict on the other side of the world.
At first, it was just a glorious adventure, a chance to fight for king and empire. Everyone knew that it would all be over by Christmas, and there was a rush to volunteer. 60,000 joined up. Within 10 days of the outbreak of war, the first New Zealanders were on the way. During the next 4 years, nearly half the nation's available men were to follow. For such a tiny country, it was an enormous sacrifice. New Zealanders soon earned a reputation as fearless fighters in Palestine, on Gallipoli, and on the battlefields of France and Belgium. Nearly 3,000 New Zealand lives were lost on Gallipoli alone. At Passchendaele in Belgium, more than 600 were killed in just a few hours. In only 1 month, October 1917, the New Zealand division suffered nearly 8,000 casualties. This terrible slaughter has left its own New Zealand landmark on the face of Belgium.
The list of those who didn't come back was staggering, and Hunterville was like all the other towns in the country, large and small. By 1915, after the slaughter at Gallipoli, the early patriotic fervor had given place to bitterness.